It's Chelsea again from Lifestyle Dynamics, lifestyledynamics.com, and we're back for another CSA unboxing. So this is episode 4, and it's summer, which I am super excited about. And as you can see, the space is a little bit different. We have added a lot of furniture, and we actually made these colorful palettes into furniture, so we had a lot of fun doing that. So we have a new space. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. I will say I know that this box has a lot of fruit in it, which I'm really excited about. And we're going to go ahead and start right now. So the first thing, alright, so there's of course the little flyer here, the little newsletter, as always. And the first thing that is in this is actually something that I had specially ordered. The one thing that I like about Farm Fresh to You, which is the company that we use for our CSA, is that you can add different things. You can customize your box, and one of the things that they allow for is products such as this champagne vinegar. And I've been seeing champagne vinegar a lot with different recipes, dressings, and such. So I had wanted to make a particular recipe with a champagne vinegar, so I bought this champagne vinegar, and we will see. It says that it's made with sparkling wine, and they have it aged in oak barrels, and it is supposed to have a sort of champagne taste. So we will try to experiment a little bit with this champagne vinegar to make a champagne vinaigrette. So there's that. This is, I was really excited to see this. I've got a recipe in mind that I will be posting up on our website, lifestyledynamics.com. And again, this is the first time that we've been lifestyledynamics.com. We've been lifestyledynamicsonline.com, so we made the official move to lifestyledynamics.com, which we're really excited about. We have a brand new website, which I hope you will enjoy, and have fun looking around there. We've got a lot of things coming up, such as recipes and more videos and things like that. So what we have here is we have figs, and I did a little bit of research on figs because I don't know a lot about them. I'm not, I don't eat a lot of figs, but they have become really popular. So one of the things that I did is I found out what are some good ways to tell if they are ripe, and one of the things that they said to store it in the fridge, and that they're fairly perishable. And one of the ways that you can tell if the fig is overripe is by wiggling the stem. If the stem wiggles, it is mushy, so it's not going to be a really good fig. So I'm going to be using these figs to make a sort of a dessert pizza, a ricotta fig pizza with honey. And I've tried this recipe before, and I will, hopefully it's successful and I can throw it up on the website for you. So that's a whole set of figs. Let's see what else we have. We have some peaches, and I was very interested when I got word that we would be getting peaches. I wanted to do a little bit of research, because one of the things that I hate, that I think you will agree, is you get a peach and it smells delicious and you're really excited about it, and you grab it and you bite into it, and it's just mealy. It's got that really kind of mushy, mealy taste. So I wanted to find out what causes this and how can we avoid it. So the thing that causes a mealy peach is the either you yourself, without knowing it, so hopefully if you have been doing this, you can prevent yourself from doing this now. Either you yourself or the grocer or the trucker's delivery system has taken the peach, and before it's ripened, put it into the refrigerator. That is one of the main things that causes a mealy peach, is refrigerating peaches before they are ripe. So if you're a culprit and you can't figure out why you keep buying mealy peaches, that might be why. Way to tell in advance before buying a peach if it's mealy. There's not a lot of ways to tell besides going to your farmer's market and actually tasting for yourself what you're actually buying, which is definitely preferable. But one of the other ways is if you push in and it feels soft, It gives to the touch. Now that could either mean a ripe peach, but one of the things is if it feels soft to the touch, but the indentation stays, that might be a mealy peach. So if the indentation from pressing it to see, to test the ripeness stays, you could have a mealy peach. So avoid that. Put these here. Now we have, these are some yellow squash. Yellow squash are delicious. I love to make them with butter and garlic, and of course the spiralizer. We have the spiralizer, the spiralized spiralizer, so you can spiral some of this up and toss it with some olive oil and some Parmesan cheese and maybe some garlic in there, just really quick, and go ahead and give that a try. Another thing that I want to try, I'm interested in trying to make fritters out of these, which would be fun for a summer night. Just fry up some fritters really quickly in the pan and serve it with maybe a yogurt dipping sauce, something like that. So that's yellow squash right there. All right, let's see what else we have. Okay, we have some apricots, and I've told you that, you know, apricots, I love apricots, my brother loves apricots. I thought when I found out I was going to have apricots, I thought of doing, I've been wanting to do some grilled fruit. We just bought a new grill, so we're going to be doing a lot of grilling this summer, and I thought it would be really fun to do some experimentation with grilled apricots. And I like goat cheese, so I wanted to try it with some goat cheese. My husband cannot stand goat cheese, so he can have something else, but I'm going to try some grilled apricots with goat cheese and maybe some nuts sprinkled on top, something like that. So that's apricots. Let's see. We have some cantaloupe. We had cantaloupe the first week, and I talked a little bit about that in the first video about how to select, how to tell if your cantaloupe is ripe. So if you're interested in some tips on how to tell if your cantaloupe is ripe or not, you can go look at that little video. It's the CSA episode 1, which you should be able to find on our website or our YouTube channel. And so the thing with, I wanted to find out with cantaloupe what the best way to store these are. And because some melons you should put in the fridge and some you shouldn't, and there's, you know, a certain degree of temperature and amount of humidity involved. Now the thing that cantaloupe wants to be in a fridge that's about, you know, 36 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So definitely keep this in your fridge, and it likes a lot of humidity, so keep it in the crisper drawer. The crisper drawer tends to be more humid than the rest of the fridge. If you don't put it in the crisper drawer and you leave it for too long, over a period of days, and this should last about, from the grocery store, about 5 days, longer if you've just picked it yourself off of the vine, but about 5 days in the fridge. And but if you don't put it in the crisper drawer, you might see it start to turn dry, and I've experienced that myself, where over some time you get you cut open the fruit, or maybe you've had half a fruit in there and it starts to really dry out. So keeping it in the crisper drawer will help to keep it from drying out so quickly. So that's cantaloupe, and I like to have it by on its own or with some prosciutto. It was really, really good. The salt really helps out. Let's see. Okay, we've got, similar to peaches, we've got some nectarines, and I'm really I don't know if it's just summer or what it is, but I've really been into peaches and nectarines in general. And one of the things that I was thinking of doing with these is I was actually thinking of making a sort of a salad. One of my food magazines has a salad that mixes peaches with burrata cheese. So I was thinking of trying a take on that, and maybe I'll throw that, you know, experiment up on the website later if it all works out. But burrata cheese, I've been really into it. I mentioned it last time, and you can now get them in grocery stores. I shop at Trader Joe's, but you know, we went to Vaughn's the other day and it was there. So it's become a lot more popular, and it's really good for some sort of a summer salad. Let's see. Okay. So corn. We have 2 ears of corn, and I will share a success. I have been looking for organic corn for a long time, and I've just been kind of given up on the fact that that organic corn is not available in most supermarkets. Corn on the cob. And actually, we were at the grocery store. We were at a Vons here. We're out in California, so I don't know if you have a Vons where you are, but we were at Vons, which is just a normal everyday grocery store, and we found organic corn. So it's coming. If it hasn't reached your grocery store, the trend is coming. Organic is coming, and organic corn on the cob is here for the summer. And you don't have to just use your farm fresh. You can actually get it at your grocery store. So that was very exciting. And I think with corn this summer, I'm going to try a recipe, like a corn salad recipe with tomato and avocado, some chili powder, and some lime, kind of like a Mexican, and maybe with a queso fresco. So we will give that a try. But lots of corn will be eaten here this summer. You heard it here first. And last but not least, we have some watermelon. So we talked about the different ways to store cantaloupe. Watermelon does not want the fridge. So watermelon has to stay above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So we like to keep it out of the fridge. That's the best place for it. And I wanted to find out how to pick a good watermelon. One of the things you want to look for is you want to look for a uniform size to make sure that it got sun all around it. If there are big bulges in different areas, that means that the sun distribution was probably not, the farmer wasn't turning the melon properly. So some sides got more and some sides got less sun. So that's, you want to make sure it's uniform. You want to make sure you've got the dark green here. And another thing that I found interesting, that unfortunately I'm not sure that this is quite there. There's something that you want to look for in a watermelon. It's a yellow spot. It's called a field spot. And that's basically where the melon has been resting on the ground. And it should be like a creamy yellow. This one's a little bit light. If you have a melon that does not have a field spot, or if the field spot is fairly white, that means it's been picked before it was ripe, and you'll have less of a chance of having a good ripe watermelon when the time comes. Lastly, some people do the tapping. Now, if you have a deeper tapping sound, it's not ripe. And if you have a higher tapping sound, it is ripe. I have not perfected this, so you can go to the grocery store and tap, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for. So some people, really know what they're looking for when they do the tapping. I like to pretend and then just follow the other guidelines. You also want to make sure it's heavy for its size. So that's it. That's all that we have. And look on our website. Some of the recipes that I mentioned that I'm going to be giving a shot, I will go ahead and post the successes up on the site over the next couple of weeks. And we've got another box coming in another 2 weeks, so please subscribe. Join us for the next one, which will be episode number 5. And comment below and share what you think and what your favorite summer food is. And I look forward to seeing you again on the interweb. All right, lifestyledynamics.com.